We do ourselves a favor when we keep our connection to Christ intact, to allow His life to flow through us, producing a fruit of love that will last. Top of the morning to you. Right before Jesus' death and resurrection, He had a talk with His disciples explaining some spiritual truths using a concept they were familiar with, the vineyard. He used terms like vines, branches, vine dresser, fruit, and pruning to explain the life of a true believer. Jesus told the disciples they were like branches in a vine, which represented Him. Father God was the vine dresser who constantly inspects the connection of the branches to the vine to ensure the best quality fruit is produced. He also rids the plant of any branches that don't produce this fruit, which makes the branches healthy, branch and the vine healthy. John 15:4, just as no branch can bear fruit by itself without abiding or connecting in the vine, neither can you, my disciples, bear fruit unless you choose to abide in me. He clarifies this spiritual truth in 15:5. I, Jesus, am the vine. You, disciples, are branches. Whoever lives in me and I live in you bears much fruit. He goes a step further, explaining, apart from me, Jesus, you can do nothing. Verse 6, if someone does not dwell in me, they are thrown out like a broken branch and allowed to wither. Those branches are then gathered up and thrown into a fire to burn. Jesus then addresses them directly, verse 7. If you live in me, in other words, spend time, talk, listen, remain aware of my presence, and seek me and find me, and my words remain in you, in other words, a solid connection, and my words continue to live in your hearts, ask whatever you will, and it shall be done for you. In other words, we are not alone. We are attached to Jesus with full access to Father, who will supply all our needs to maintain this connection. In fact, verse 18 says that we bear much fruit. When we bear much fruit, my Father is honored and glorified, because you show that you prove yourselves to be true followers of mine. As an added bonus, verse 9 through 11, I have loved you just as my Father loved me. Abide in my love. When we do this, we naturally end up keeping His commandments, which in turn produces in us full, complete, and overflowing joy and gladness. A word of encouragement. Jesus' word picture tells us Father desires for us to be well connected to each other. He's willing to make this happen using resources at His disposal when He sees we are fully connected followers of Christ, not as servants who obey out of duty, verse 15, but as friends who are willing to lay down our lives for each other. Verse 13, after all, there is no greater love than this. Have a great day.